Hi everyone, welcome to my app demo. Um, I've created a prototype for a app that brings together simple ways of getting support and help while staying at home in the corona pandemic. So um, I'll open up the app and I'll take you through the functionality. So the app is called Isolight. And yeah, the first screen is asking me what I need help with. So it could be either isolation, so that's self-isolation for up to 7 days, quarantine, that's for up to 14 days, or if I want to volunteer. So um, if I actually want to volunteer, I can get onto a separate section where I can sign up and become a volunteer. So now I will show you what the app looks if, let's say, you've decided or you've been told that you need to stay in quarantine. So I've clicked on quarantine and now I get the first screen that is basically a health check, um, and it's trying to get the relevant details about myself that will help with um, information in case it needs to be passed on to a doctor. So I'll put in my age. So I'm 35. Um, okay, that's 36 anyway. Do I have any pre-existing health conditions? So I don't have any. So I'll tap on no conditions. And this is a mental health check. So it asks me things like, do I have little interest or pleasure in doing things, feeling down, depressed, or hopeless, feeling nervous, anxious, or on the edge? Um, so I'd say not at all to the first one, to the second one, not at all, and the third one is yes, I've been anxious several days, so I'll click on that. Okay, so we've done with the check, and now we're gonna go into the next step, which is starting the plan. So on this screen, I can see I've been asked about what is it that I need help with during the quarantine. So I can monitor my health, so I can keep track of my symptoms, and they can be passed on to the doctor if needed. I can uh, get help with mental health, so journaling, meditation, breathing, or CBT exercises can be of tremendous help during a crisis. Daily activities, so we have that has 100 suggestions for you how to spend your time during the quarantine, and volunteer help. So I can ask a trusted group of volunteers with help of various tasks while I'm in quarantine. So I'll select all of them just to show you the functionality for each of them. Okay, so I've selected all four and I click continue. All right, so this would be my start page, or the page that would open up once I've set up my app. And as you can see, it shows a small calendar at the top with the days. So I've got from the 7th up until to the 20th. So that's 14 days of quarantine. I can cycle through the days and I can scroll down for all of my exercises. So I've selected four and I can see I have four. And then I can see there's this at the bottom home button a phone button and a progress button. So home would get me back to the original state of the app. Phone would call the doctor straight away, and progress is for looking at my progress depending on how much information I've put in the app. Okay, so now let's start with the first bit of help, which is monitoring my health. So I'll be clicking on begin now. Yeah, and now I'm taken to the first screen of monitoring my health, and it starts with asking me if I have any fever symptoms today. So I would say yes, I have fever symptoms. Now, in case I don't have a thermometer, I have that option of measuring my fever without a thermometer using my hand. If I click on don't have a thermometer, I'll see more details about that. But let's assume I know what my temperature is. So then I can see I can classify it as mild, moderate, serious, or severe. So I'll click on mild. So this is shown just at the beginning of monitoring your symptoms. So just so the system knows when the symptoms were first noticed. So let's say a day ago. Click continue. Same question for breathing. So let's say I have breathing difficulties and they are serious. I'll click on serious. Same again when I first noticed the symptom 1 day ago. Let's click continue. And the last question, as I can see from the 3 lines at the top that are dark gray now, have I experienced cough today? Yes, I would say, and it's moderate. And again, the same question 1 day ago. So if I want to change my answers, I can swipe on the screen and I can go back, all the way back. And if I want to skip this, I can click or tap on the X at the top. But in this case, I'll just say I've completed my symptoms check, and I'll just tap on the complete button. Great, so now I have entered my symptoms. I can see they have been introduced in the first section, the top section of the app. And I can progress to the second part, or the second section of help within the app, which is my mental health exercises. So I'll tap on begin now, and I have 4 types of exercises: breathing, meditation, journaling, or instant CBT. So I'll go with the one that I think is the most complex, just to show you and give you an idea of how it would work. Bear in mind, this is just a prototype, so it's not the final product. But it will show you how a CBT exercise would work in an app like this. So I'll click on Instant CBT. Okay, so now the app is asking me how I feel. I've seen the moving arrows, so I can swipe on the face. So I would say I'm not bad. I'm not very bad. I'm bad. Let's say I'm bad. Okay, so I'll click next, and I have the Instant CBT page or screen, and now it asks me to try and write a thought that I want to challenge. So the thought I would like to challenge is, let's say, I will die of COVID. I click submit. Okay, so then it says select maximum of 3 cognitive distortion that would apply for your thought. So I have a list of cognitive distortions. Let's say I don't know what cognitive distortions are. I'll tap on the bottom help indicator, and here I have a list of the cognitive distortions. So let's say fortune telling, assisted distortion to mind reading. Fortune telling refers to the tendency to make conclusions and prediction based on little to no evidence and holding them as gospel truth. Okay, so I'll say, yeah, fortune telling is one of the distortions. So I'll select that. Okay, so I can select it, and I'll just pick two more mind reading should statements. All right, and now I can see I have some cards that tell me more about what fortune telling is and how I can balance that thought. So if I mess up, I'll lose my job and never get hired. That's the unbalanced thought. In my case, is I'll die of COVID. A balanced thought is if I mess up, it might not be as bad as I think. And then I can swipe and see the rest of the cognitive distortions explainers and helps. Okay, so a balanced thought in this case would be it's unlikely I will die of COVID. All right, so I've completed a CBT exercise. I submit it. All right, finish. And there you go. I have it in my mental health section. It's the CBT exercise. All right, so now this is an interesting part. So start your daily activities. So I'll tap on the section, begin now, and in here I have the start of this section, which is split into create a plan or surprise me. So I can create a plan which is build my own activities based on a schedule, and then I can randomize my activities based on a schedule. Okay, so let's try surprise me. Okay, so I'll just choose random ones. All right, reading, good meal, physical, cleaning, creativity, and movies. So these would be the activities I'd like to do in the next 14 days. When would I like my day to start? All right, so I like my day to start at 8, and I like to end at 10. And let's say per day I like to have 3 activities. Okay, next. All right, so again I can see a calendar with the 14 days, and I can see the hours of the selected day, which is Monday. So I can see it starts at 8 and it finishes at 10, and I can see there's 3 activities that have been placed for that day. Okay, so that's great. Let's see what the Tuesday looks like. Yeah, I can see there's 3 activities in that day as well. Wednesday, the same. Okay, so this basically shows I have 3 activities for the next 14 days, starting from 8 to 10, and they're random. Okay, so let's click complete. Nice, and I can see on Monday the activities and the time that I should be doing them. And I can swipe activity to complete. So if I just swipe star jumps, all right, it shows this complete. Now let's look at the second builder that we were shown. So I'll go and change the builder, and I'll say create a plan. So I'll tap on create a plan. I'll choose activities. All right, so let's choose less activities this time. So I'll have creativity, physical, and cleaning. I'll tap on complete. And now I can see I have the calendar view, and I can see the hours, and I can see, all right, so about this calendar. So I like to find out a bit more about how I can use this. So I'll tap on about the calendar. So it says swipe on the day view to move to the next or previous day. Yes, I got that. And click on any of the hours to add or remove your activity. All right, so let's now say I want an activity at 2 p.m. So I'll tap on 2 p.m. Great, and now I can see I can choose from a few activities. And I can see physical is the top one, which is the one I selected at the beginning. And I'll say, okay, I want to do some push-ups at 2. No, tri-stick push-ups. Great. So what next? When is the next activity that I want to plan? So I'll say at 6 p.m. I'd like to do some creative stuff. There you go. I've got a creativity section, scroll, and I'd like to make some art. And let's pick another hour. I'll keep it to 3 activities again per day, so 9 p.m. And let's scroll down, which was the third one. Cleaning, yes. So I want to, no, I don't want to clean mirrors. I want to take out trash. Okay, so now I'll close that section, and I can see they've been selected and put into my daily activities. And now I can see I can copy this activity template for the rest of the quarantine days. So what that means is for Monday, I've created my plan. And then I'll have to do this for the rest of the days, but because it could be quite tedious, I just want to do it for one day and copy it to the rest of the days. So I'll go back to Monday. I'll copy this activity template for the rest of the quarantine days. So tapped on the tick box, and I can see now all of the days have been highlighted. And if I scroll through the days, I'll see the activities have been copied. Now, if I want to remove them, I'll remove them by tapping on the tick box. And if I want to put them back, I'll just tap on the tick box again. Okay, so I've completed this part of the builder, so I'll just tap on complete. And now I can see I have my day with the calendar view and the 3 activities that I selected. So let's say I want to swipe the activity on complete. So push-ups, complete make art, complete take out trash, complete. And now back to the plan page or the help page. I can see the daily activities have been updated. And now the last section is get help from a volunteer. So I'll click on begin now. Okay, so I can see I can get help with groceries, food, medication, phone, hospital, and pets. I could probably get help with more stuff. So I'll just, it says try groceries or phone. I'll try groceries. Okay, that's my phone number. Don't call me unless you want to use the app. So I'll type, yeah. So I can see there's a list of things. I'll write in groceries. Done. So I'll tap on groceries. I'll put in a postcode. All right. Done. I'll select an address. Okay. So now it asks me how long it will take. It's going to be a short task. I'll click continue, and now it shows me people around the postcode I've put in that could help me with groceries. I can scroll through them. I'll select one. A person has been selected. There's a description about them, how they can help, other people they have helped, and now I'll select the volunteer. All right, and now I can see help is on the way, who's going to help me, what's going to help me with, where, and the duration of the task. And I'll tap on complete. And I've completed 4 simple ways of getting support and help while staying at home. So yeah, if the last part of this would be showing you how progress would look if I want to look at my progress. So let's say I've put in a few days worth of checking my mental health and my symptoms. So I'll be tapping on progress at the bottom, and yeah, I can see my health is tracked. So how my cough has evolved. If it's got in this graph, it's gotten worse, and I can see there's a small projection of how it will look like. Mental health as well. So yeah, this is the tracking section of the app. All right, so this is it. Thank you all for watching the demo, and if you're interested to build it or fund it, please do contact me. You got my contact details on the website, Isolate.app. Thank you, bye.